everybody, if you're new to my channel, I am Lori, and you are watching Alright, as you can see from the title, I am going to talk about what I read for the last half of June. So the end of June wrap-up. If I remember, I will put mid-month wrap-up in the description somewhere. But yeah, I managed to read, I don't know how I did this, but 17 books this month. I talked, I think, about 10 of them in the mid-month, and I didn't feel like grabbing all the books, so I'm just gonna show it. I'm just gonna tell you what they are through the phone. And if I remember what I gave them, because some of them were 6 stars, if I can remember, I'll tell you which ones they were. And then we'll talk about the 7, I believe. Let me see, because I put some of the books somewhere else, so I gotta find what I did with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me find the other 2. Yes, 7. All right, 7. Yeah, 7. I have the other 7 to talk about. Okay, so I read, like I said, 17 books. The first was Heartstopper Volume 2, and I gave it 5 stars. It was more like a 4.5, but I rounded up to 5. I read One Last Stop, which at first I gave it 6, but then when I was thinking about it, I lowered it. It was more like a 4.5, but I rounded up to a 5 on Goodreads. I read The Darkness Outside Us. I'm not even tell you the name. Of course, Heartstopper is by Alice Oseman. One Last Stop is by Casey McQuiston. The Darkness Outside of Us by Elliot Schaffer. I forget if that's how you say it. I get that 4 stars. In Deeper Waters by F.T. Lunkins. Something like that. I gave 6 stars. I know you guys probably can't see it, but it's up there on my favorite of the year shelf. Well, I'm pointing the wrong, it's up here. Yeah. These are my favorite of the year shelf, so it's up there on that. But you guys can't see it because you guys are seeing my my Sarah J. Maas, but there's a shelf way above it that you guys, that my hand is going past that you probably see, but you can't see it, but you know what I mean. But one of my favorite books of the year, so it's up there. The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta, I gave 4 stars. Heartstoppers Volume 3, 5 stars. Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda, 5 stars. And that's by Becky Albertelli, I forget how you say it. Adian Thomas, I read by him. I read Cemetery Boys by him. That one's a favorite of the year, so I got 6 stars. Kingdom of Copper, the second book. I forget what the name of this, the first one's called. City of Gold, I think? No, not City of Gold. Or is it City of Brass? It's the second one in that series. I gave it 5 stars. Ace of Spades is like a 4.5, but I gave it a 4 on Goodreads. And that's by Farad. I'm not even sure how you say the author's name. I can't remember if I gave... Okay, the other ones are the ones that I have here. So we will talk about those. Okay, first one. I believe this one I gave 6 stars. I gave a lot of 6 stars, you guys. None of my books were like... Well, 2 of them were like more like a... like one of them was like a 3.75, which is the last one, but I rounded it up to 4. The one that I was talking about, The Darkness Within Us, or Outside Us, was like a 3.75 as well, but I gave it a 4 star. Those were my lowest 2. So, well, the other one that I'll show you in a minute, but those 2 are the ones that were my lowest. But I think this one I gave 6 stars. I might have to go to when I was reading it, find the one, which I'll have to go through a lot of stuff. But The Pass and Play book by Isaac Fitzsimmons. I either gave this a 5 or a 6. And this was really good. You can tell I tabbed it pretty well. I'm not good at explaining what stuff is about. Oh, this is the one where he lived in one place and he was out and everything, I believe. No, yeah, he was out, but there was like nobody there that well, or at least nobody out like he was, and then he moves away, and there's a lot of people that are out like he is, and I think this is the one. But they don't know they think he's queer, but he's actually, or they think they're queer, but they're actually, I forget the name of it, trans. And he meets, I forget the guy's name. Oh, the main guy, his name is Spencer, and the guy, I forget who he meets. But he meets this guy, of course. And like I said, he's out, but the other guy isn't out. I think the other guy is bi, if I'm not mistaken. Justin? Or Justice? I can't remember how you say his name. But it was really good. I love their relationship, and I love, like, I don't know, I just love the story and everything. It was just really a beautiful book. Very, very beautiful. I wish I could explain, like, more about it. It's just so hard for me to explain things. I try really hard, but some books are easier for me to explain than other books. But this was really good, you guys. I definitely recommend it. I read another, the last one that's out so far by Alice Oseman, which is Heartstopper Volume 4. But it's only out in the UK right now. So I got this through Book Depository. 5 stars, maybe 6 stars. I haven't decided yet still if this is gonna be a favorite. It probably is gonna be my favorite. Probably be on my favorite shelf because I really loved it. It's about Charlie and Nick and their relationship, about coming out, and and just their everything. And this is gonna be, I think, on Netflix. I think they're gonna have a show, like the show on Netflix, and I'm so excited about it. But there ain't much I can really say about this one besides that, because, like I said, it's the 4th one. So you'd have to read the first one, Heartstopper Volume 1, and I would definitely recommend it. These books are so beautiful. So beautiful. I actually read a middle grade book. I read Rainbow Gray by Laura Ellen Anderson. I think I gave this one 5 stars or 4 stars. Let me check. I gave it 5 stars. Let me see something about this real quick. Yeah, I gave it 6 stars. 5 stars, sorry. It was more like a 4.7, 4.5, 4.75, but I loved it so much that I rounded up to 5. And this is just about, like, they have, like, different abilities, like different weather abilities besides the main girl. And she finds something when she goes to Earth, and something happens because of her finding it. That's all I'm going to say. But Gavin from How You Train Your Gavin, he makes the author, like, made a character just for him. And that was cute. I'm not going to show you what it is, even though some people showed, like, what the character looks like. But I want you guys to buy it and then see what the character that Gavin is portrayed as, or whatever you want to say, who, what they look like, when you read it. Another 6 star, and probably one of my next to Red, White, and Royal Blue. It's probably my second favorite Mel romance. It's The Extraordinaries by T.J. Klune. And these ones, there's like superheroes and villains, of course. And then there's, is his name Nick? I've read so many books. I think his name's Nick, right? Yeah, Nick. Another Nick. But he's not, but he has a crush on one of the hero guys, and he has this best friend named Seth, and oh my gosh, it's so good, you guys. But he wants to be an extraordinary. And there was so much stuff going on in this book. It was like action-packed. The next one comes out at the 13th or the 20th of this month. It was so good. 6 stars. I mean, it was just like, oh, the action adventure in here. There was like, the romance was so cute. The friendships were so cute. There's a lot of different rep in here. I can't remember it all, but there's different reps. There's more than just, you know, than just being gay. So yeah, and it's just really good, you guys. Like so good. I definitely recommend this if you haven't read it yet. So good. Then we got another 6-star. I read Never Seduce a Scot by Maya Banks. So they're from opposite clans and they have to get married. And she's deaf, but they don't know that she's deaf. They just think that she's simple, or what would it be? Oh, they say that she's touched. So, but she's really not, like I said, she's deaf. And yeah, it's just him, you know, their relationship, you know, like her trying to fit in with the clan because, you know, of course, they're on opposite clans and they're rivals and stuff like that. And, you know, his clan can't accept her, and it's him, like, learning about, because at first he doesn't know she's deaf. So it's him about learning about that and just them fall in love. It's just so beautiful. And they're just so cute together. And I just like love how protective he is of her, and how, like, even though he doesn't like her family, he doesn't hold that against her, you know. And he's like, I don't know how anybody, you know, could like blame her for the actions of some of her other family members, you know, and so on. It was just really, I just love that about it. And then I read another 6-star. I told you guys, I read so many freaking 6-star books. I read The Hunter by Kerrigan Byrne. My gosh, you guys, so good. This is about Christopher. He's a hire assassin, so he's hired to kill Millie. I think that's her name. Am I right this time? Yeah, Millie Millicent. How do you say it? The full name would be. But he's hired to kill her, and instead he can't do it, and he's trying to protect her, you know, from these people. I mean, other people come in to finish the job since he won't take it, and she has this cute little boy in here, and oh, so much good stuff. I had tears in my eyes with this book. It was so good. I definitely, if you're into historical romances and you like a guy that's dark, but very, and doesn't think he deserves love, but really is a sweetheart, even though he is a killer, don't get me wrong, he will kill. He ain't afraid of killing, but he's actually so sweet when he's around her and the kid, and it's just so gorgeous, and their relationship is so intense, so intense because of everything, you know, with his job and everything. And it's so heartbreaking at the beginning because it talks about him being in Newgate and about his mom, because that's why he's there, because his mom, but he has to stay there even, it's not a spoiler because it happens right away. His mom, after his mom dies, he still has to be there until he's of age. It's so sad and heartbreaking, but so beautiful story. And the last one I read was the one that I gave like either a 3.5, 3.75, but rounded up to 4, was The Princess Plan by Julie London. This is about this prince that comes to her country and his secretary, I don't know what you call it, but his, whatever this guy is for him, gets killed, and both of them are trying to figure out why this guy was killed. It was good, but it just, like, after reading Never Seduce a Scot and The Hunter, this one just wasn't quite there. It wasn't as intense, you know what I mean? Like, these two were so intense, especially The Hunter, and The Hunter is what I read, you know, after, I mean, the second to last one I read. So, this one had a lot, unfortunately, had a lot of things to, you know, to have to go past, you know what I mean? I don't know how you would say it, but it had a lot of things, it had to do a lot of things in order for me to, you know, to give it a higher score. And it just quite didn't do it, but it's still really cute. I love the romance, I like the mystery, I laughed a lot, but it just didn't pull at the heartstrings like the other two did. And that is it. And then I'm going to touch on briefly what I'm currently reading. So today, you'll probably see my reading vlog first before this, because I don't know when I'm going to post this, probably sometime next week. But I bought the first one that is in this series, and that is The Highwayman. I just got this a couple of hours, like an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, and I'm already on 102. So we meet this couple in the second book, and his name is Dorian, and her name is Farah, and something happens, and they got separated. He goes to Newgate, like how Christopher did, and it's them, like, coming back together later, and, you know, later after he gets out of prison. It's just so much fun already. And not fun, what am I saying fun? It's so sad already. Like, I teared up, you guys. You guys will see in the vlog me talking about it. But I teared up so bad. The first chapter, I won't tell you because I talk about it in that vlog. But this first chapter was just so good, but at the same time sad. Because it also shows, like, why he went to prison. And, yeah. I guess somebody is after her in this book, or he wants revenge or something. I don't remember exactly, but I'm at the part now, like, she don't know who he is, because, you know, when they last saw each other, she was 8 and he was 11, so she don't know what he looks like or anything, because he was just a little kid, you know, when they first knew each other and stuff. But it's so good. And then I'm still reading Olivia and the Masked Duke by Grace Calloway. This one I'm liking, but it's just not my favorite. I talk about some of the reasons why it's not, like, gripping me as much as the other one. And it's just my thing, like, what I like and don't like in, like, sex scenes and things like that. That's all I'm going to say. But it's still good, don't get me wrong. I'm still enjoying, like, the mystery aspect, and I love their relationship, even though he's a lot older than her, but that don't bother me. But, yeah. But the sex scenes, some of the sex scenes, I'm just, like, cringing a little bit, just because that ain't, like, what I like. I don't want to, like, hear about certain things, and I talk about that more in the vlog. But, yeah, those are the 2 books I'm currently reading. And those are the books I read, and let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know how much you read. 17 books, you guys. 17 books. Like, what the heck? I went from 5 in April, 6 in May, to 17 in June. What the heck? But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Like I said, let me know what your favorite was for your month, what your least favorite was, what was your most surprising book, and what was your most disappointing book. My most disappointing book was, I talked about it, The Darkness Within Us, or Outside Us, whatever it's called. But I still liked it, but it just wasn't what I was thinking it was supposed to be. And my most surprising was The Hunter. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't expecting to give it a 6 star. And I gave it a 6 star. Another disappointing, but I still gave it 4, like a 5. I rounded up to a 5 was One Last Stop. Just because I just had it built up in my head that it was going to be a 6 star. And that was more my fault, not the author's fault. But yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing, hit that bell icon, and just give me a book emoji down below if you so inclined, if you stayed for the whole thing. And that is it. And I will talk to you guys later.